emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go. Match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The snow continuing to pile up at game time. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Switch.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Conner. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Exit. Check. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Hodges. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 26 Mike. Get him.
From the 39, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ready? Yeah. Run. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 20. Check.
3rd and 2, Newton. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And give him a gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Move.
Newton now to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So second down on 2-yard line. You're not in desperation mode here. What do? You go to the ground, you pass. I guess either's an option.
Yeah, I think it depends on how much you trust the guy who throws the football. Because if you trust him, now's a great time for a little play action and going up top.
Set. Ready? 60 or.
Check back, check back.
To throw from his end zone. Hodges. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On second down, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Newton on third down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on second and 14. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? 198. Watch 98. 98's music. Let's get off the field.
To throw again. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Here's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They start with a give to Connor. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's got his target. That's more. A third down gain of 19.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. On first down, Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Every hand.
Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch.
Ready. Great. 198. Watch 98. Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. On first down, it's Newton. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
20.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Great.
Throwing is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready? Ready? 98 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Hodges here on 2nd down, and it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Check. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. He's coming. Who draw quarter? He's coming. Double up.
They go play action with Hodges. He's got the tight end, Vanette. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down with Hodges. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Hodges is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Hodges off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the others. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to look deep for more. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gerald McCoy getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They go play action now. Hodges. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Newton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready?
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Snell yet again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check, 59. Man, that's trash. Mike, check, 59.
They'll try and throw for it with Hodges. And that is going to be incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. They win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Great. 198. Watch 98. 98. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Throwing again is Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Gerald McCoy. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the run is Connor. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returning it is Moore. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Washington's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Panthers 5.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Have having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Newton, flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mark Barrett gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Newton. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. To throw is Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To the air again, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Try to power it in with Arma. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Punching it in from a yard away. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 68 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
6-6, pull it high.
Hodges now. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Newton getting this to Bonifant out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
That's going to be a long day. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2. And they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover. You take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation, for
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, in the field like yeah, all day like yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 51. Mike, 51. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A gain there of 21 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Ready, Edwin, check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And avoids the contact by sliding. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go. Check. Watch 54. You bet.
They'll run here with Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A spin. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down and 4. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Ready. 95, 56. Strip the ball. Easy, opposite. Shit. Watch the shit. Check. Cross. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Out. We go 21.
7-7, our score after 1.
Double lady. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty 12.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jihad Ward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He's trying to escape. He won't. He's taken down. Ingram taken down to the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is
a breakaway for Michael Thomas. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike's 54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to sling. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. Past the 20. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 91 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
36. Line 36. Let's go, defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On the double. Mike's by 4. You don't want enough.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? When are they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, check, check. You kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Again has it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD with that incompletion. Let's look at some of the big games Week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think of the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs of making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this state, in this instance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ingram again, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check. Fresno. Check that.
Now Kamara. And some room to work. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 63 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Snead's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. You got 76. You got
10th. A 10th carry for Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Flush. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Ready? Let's go. Opposite.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Manti Te'o marches in to sack him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Breeze now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Breeze going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting up.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for two here.
5-9.
Now Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He'll run it, and some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Ravens can go 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
36.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? You ready? 50 seconds. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Running with Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Demario Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're